Hey everybody, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, sitting here on the set of Sportsbook Radio. Great information. Always invite you to check out the archives at sportsbookradio.com with the top odds makers in the world on the show on a daily basis. And we always invite you to check out the featured pick of the day from oddsworthbetting.com. It is available to you right below this video. And on a Saturday, you know the boys have a lot to cherry pick from. So much action. In fact, some college basketball teams playing their last game of the year. And here we go. Conference tournaments. March is basically upon us. Let's have at it. College basketball on Saturday, some of the marquee games. Kentucky, no easy test here, hosting Arkansas on Saturday. Virginia Tech is at Virginia. Revenge for the Cavs might not be pretty for the Hokies. BYU is going to be at Gonzaga. I think that's an entertaining game. Could fly a bit under the radar. Syracuse is at Duke. And Syracuse, no postseason, so they treat all of these games now like they're postseason. Arizona, Utah, monster game in the Pac-12. These two teams fighting for better seeding in the NCAA tournament. Texas will be at Kansas in a Big 12 showdown. What a ball game. Maybe the game of the day. Number 10, Northern Iowa against number 11, Wichita State. I do believe that's must-see TV on Saturday. Iowa State, number 12 in the country, at Kansas State. Maybe a little bit of a letdown for Kansas State in this spot. Michigan's at Maryland, maybe a bit of a letdown for Maryland off their win over Wisconsin. North Carolina at Miami in an ACC tilt. West Virginia is at Baylor, good ball game here, number 20 versus number 19. A-10 action, Dayton's at VCU. Mountain West, Boise State, this is a big ball game. Boise State at San Diego State. You could almost make the case this is an all-or-nothing kind of deal for Boise State. They win this game on the road, have a shot at being an at-large team in the NCAA tournament. Don't win this one, likely will have to win the Mountain West tournament. Now, let's talk about the NBA. There are 7 games in the NBA on Saturday. Detroit is at Washington. Atlanta is at Miami, and the Hawks just keep rolling right along. Toronto is at the Knicks. The Knicks have been just a disaster. Memphis at Minnesota. Defense versus offense in that one. Sacramento's at Phoenix, off a tough test the night before with hosting San Antonio on Friday night. And then Milwaukee is at Utah Saturday in the NBA. Now, the National Hockey League, this is going to be a big weekend with the trade deadline on Monday. There's going to be some real activity here on Monday, and there are teams jockeying for position to get into the postseason. A lot of injuries have surfaced in recent weeks. In the NHL, none bigger than the injury to Patrick Kane for Chicago. Buffalo is at Florida. Florida comes off the loss to Chicago. They need every point they can trying to get in the playoffs in the East. And the Sabres, all of a sudden, are winning games. Neuvirth, the goalie's been standing on his head, and he's likely going to be traded. And Buffalo could be blowing their opportunity for the first overall pick in the draft with this little hot stretch. They are now in a 3-horse race with Edmonton and Arizona for that top pick of the draft. Detroit's at Nashville. Detroit coming off a pretty dramatic win. Late goal by Glendening in the final minute. Beat the Sharks in the Shark Tank at San Jose. We've got Carolina at the Islanders. Arizona is at Boston. Boston can't take this team lightly. Toronto, Montreal, get the original 6 rivalry game going there. The Rangers are at Philadelphia. No love lost here. And then Ottawa is at San Jose. The big story here, Hammond, the goaltender for Ottawa, all of a sudden back-to-back shutouts on the Western road trip, and the Sharks better be trying to find a way to beat this kid the way he's been playing. You need a pistol to beat him. And then St. Louis is at Edmonton, and Minnesota will be at Colorado in the National Hockey League on Saturday night. So it's a busy Saturday coming up. Featured pick of the day is available to you right below this video from oddsworthbetting.com. Wish you the best of luck on a Saturday. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. We'll play it back for you again tomorrow right here in this space.